morning, everyone. Welcome to Wake Up Missoula. My name is Noelle McAvoy.
And I'm Scott Ramph.
And it's Monday, the start of the week. We hope that you guys had a good weekend.
I sure did. It was nice and chill, relaxed. I finished all the middle school flagship DVDs that I'm going to be giving to the little precious angels.
Little precious hellions.
Precious hellions. Yeah.
Hooligans, yeah.
I don't want to call them hellions because that would describe them perfectly.
Yeah. You don't want to be too accurate with it.
Yeah, I don't want to be too accurate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
but let's get a little less accurate with the weather because the weather hasn't necessarily been too consistent with what people have been saying. It's pretty nice outside for like a winter day. Winter morning. And of course you can expect your chance of rain and snow to be about 50% to 40% later today and tonight. You have rain likely, then a slight chance of rain. Of course, Tuesday you have a chance of rain. So pretty much this whole week you have rain with highs in the 40s, which is going to be nice. And then of course
chance of snow at the end of the
lows. Well, tonight the low is supposed to be 42.
Yeah.
So today is going to be. 32. But of course, we're gearing up for the winter solstice. So we're going up to the shortest day of the year,
oh my gosh,
which is going to be on Tuesday, the 22nd of December. So that's actually 2 weeks from tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So and then of course it'll be much longer from then on. So.
Yes, thank goodness.
Yeah.
It'll start to get brighter each day, which it's pretty depressing. I mean, gosh, we wake up and it's dark, and we go to bed and it's been dark for hours. Well, I guess get off work, it's still dark.
Yeah. But of course, if you guys weren't around Saturday night and you guys missed the Parade of Lights.
The Parade of Lights.
MCAT filmed the Parade of Lights. It's all on YouTube. It's all available right now. Mm-hmm. I made a shortened version that will be that I'll be showing, and of course I'll be talking over it as well because I want to talk.
Great. Scott's chatty today, everyone.
So here is the Parade of Lights. Yes, the little MCAT presents.
This is a great parade.
Yes, it was a very interesting parade indeed.
It took a long time. They had a lot of gaps.
There was a lot of gaps.
There were a lot of floats that I just didn't understand.
There was this one black SUV too as well. That just had a couple lights, and then most of the lights were in the back, but there was just a couple lights on the side. It was just throw it together.
Oh, it was so bad.
But of course, the meter maids, they always look nice and dandy.
Wow, these are the guys that give you guys parking tickets. Yep. Look how nice they look. I hate them. I was up on the roof too with Scott, but I was with my friends, and we had to get away from the camera because we just laughed and talked the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look, people running with lights on. Cool.
Yep.
Okay, this is our tech guy. He did a good job. I liked it. The dubstep tree.
A dubstep tree?
Dub tree. Step tree.
Just so look how so many people showed up, and I got to give love to the pooper scooper.
I know, I love that you did that. Oh yeah, this was my favorite float, you guys, the jump ropes. Wow, that's cool.
It's not technically a float. And of course, I had to get the Grinch. And Grinch usually signifies the halfway point of the Parade of Lights parade.
So as you can see, there weren't too many floats.
I mean, I thought this was really cool. I looked at the roof, and you see the roof, it looks like it's a giant garbage bag.
Cool. That's my favorite part. This one was hilarious. That's the best you could do, news station, really?
They just slap on the Fox News station. No, it's just they slapped it on.
Put some hay bales on it, a tree, and pop our kids on there. I like this one because it was simple.
It was very simple, very... Yep.
Just adorable.
It was probably the only float that gave the University of Grizzlies some representation. Even if it wasn't necessarily associated, maybe parallel with it.
Yeah. Oh, this is hilarious.
Brett's RV.
Cool boat.
Most of the stuff at Brett's I can't afford.
Yeah,
it's RVs and.
Oh yeah, these are the homies. Free cycles.
Yep.
Woo, free cycles.
And they're doing their little campaign video. It's the Cycles of Change, which just launched. It's their little Kickstarter. They're trying to buy the property that they rent from.
Yep. Oh, here's Mountain Line. This is our friendly bus service, everyone.
Yep. It's all fare free.
Oh, yep. Free fare.
Yes.
Say that 5 times fast.
Free fare, free fare, free fare.
It's a free fare.
It's a free fare. You know, like, from my angle, getting this shot, from my angle, this wasn't as good as looking at it from behind.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, what is this?
That's the Bitterroot.
I left. I was like, I'm done. I'm drinking.
And then, of course, they have the little party animals. And this is the...
Oh, this is pretty cool.
This is the Parks and Recreation crew. They have like 5 different mascots.
Cool.
And then the Flood Girls. I've never heard of the Flood Girls.
Oh, look at all those angels.
And of course, finally, we wrap it up with a little bit of Santa Claus with a horse-drawn sleigh.
Wow, and that is just magical.
Yep. And it all, this whole parade led up to the lighting of the tree that was downtown Missoula, which we will see momentarily.
Oh, I can't wait, because I didn't see that either.
Everyone's just kind of hanging out. They count down like 5 different times.
Why?
And
Oh, wow, cool.
I like in the background where that lady was like, it worked. It worked.
Well, I remember, I don't know if it was last year or the year before that, but the tree was like only half lit up. Like the whole bottom half was just not lit up, and no one did anything about it.
It would have to have been 2 or 3 years ago.
I think it was a few years ago, because I just remember laughing about it and no one doing anything about it the whole year.
But of course, you can find out these videos and more by logging on to our website, wakeupmissoula.wix.com/wakeupmissoula. You just go to our little videos page and you can see such wonderful videos such as last episode, our interviews, Flagship Fridays, and our own Taste Buds Kitchen, which is coming back next Monday to talk about antelope meatballs.
Yum.
It should be pretty good.
I love meatballs.
And you could totally like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter.
You can like Missoula Community Access Television on Twitter, as well as MCAT on Facebook. And to find out more information about us, just check us out on MCAT.org.
And of course, our orientation is happening this Wednesday. So if you're interested in doing shows like this, or making movies or documentaries, or just learning a new skill in general, you can come on down to an orientation, which is happening 5:30 p.m. this Wednesday. I believe it's the 9th of December, because today's the 7th, so 2 days from now. And it should be exciting. It's a great community builder, great, it's great to communicate through a broadcast medium.
It sure is.
That is Missoula Community Access Television. You can and if you want to call ahead just to say, hey, I'm coming, make sure you guys keep on doing orientation and stuff like that. We accept that. You can call us at 542-6228, otherwise known as 542
MCAT.
Also, you can email us mcat@mcat.org if you're too scared to pick up the phone and call us.
Yeah, you can do that too.
But you can do both of those contacts to get in contact with us about, I want to be on the Wake Up Missoula show, but you have to have an upcoming cause, rally, event, concert, blah, 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 this and that. It has to be non-commercial. It has to be a non-profit has to be represented. So if it's like putting on like a Carl Tyler concert or whatever, you have to say, oh well, the monies are going to
it has to you can't
mothers
say, Carl Tyler's gonna get all this money.
It's going to Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, you have to say it's going to Planned Parenthood. Or
something like that. I don't know, because the government doesn't fund them anymore, pretty much, or they're just cutting their funding. But anyways,
I don't even want to talk about
I don't even there's a whole bunch of stuff going on with that. But of course, we do have a bunch of new programming on tonight.
Great.
One of my favorite programs on MCAT of all time is the Stories and Stones.
Yes.
Stories and Stones is such a great way to go to the cemetery and celebrate the lives of our greatest Missoulians of all times.
It's a great way to go to the cemetery.
Yeah. I mean, Cinco de Mayo. Not Cinco de Mayo. I mean, Day of the Dead.
Cinco de Mayo. Usually Scott goes to the cemetery on Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo, I was like, hey, where is everybody?
He just accidentally spilled it.
I just I go there on Cinco de Mayo, just accidentally. I was like, oh, wait, isn't this the dead celebration? It's that's Day of the Dead. It was when's that? It's November 2nd. It's October 31st to November 2nd. It's oh, really? It's yeah, you got to get this straight. It's okay, I'll get this straight. But the Stories and Stone is a great way for Missoulians to kind of celebrate our own history.
Sure is.
And of course, we have a couple lectures after that. And there's a lot of interesting stuff, but there's a lot of new programming happening tonight and tomorrow night. And here is a little taste of what you guys can see on MCAT Channel 189.
John Lissow was born in Germany in 1840. And then he immigrated to United States in 1865 to join another group of Germans that were in Iowa. And they had settled in Iowa. This whole large group of Germans, they had lost a revolution in northern Germany and had moved to Iowa in the early 1840s.
First, I want to say a bit about myself. So I've been working with pangolin for 10 years now. And so when I start with the pangolin, we set up the first the rescue center of the pangolin in Vietnam. And also it's one of the most difficult species to keep in captivity. And we've been learning a lot, we become nocturnal, always working in the night time together with pangolin, figure out how to look after, how to feed them, how to design the housing, everything. And finally, we get the success to be able to rescue pangolin and send it back to the wild. So more we work with pangolin, more we know nothing about pangolin, and we hope that we get more people interested in pangolin and doing more work to save the pangolin.
My name is Tobin Miller-Shear. I'm Associate Professor of History here and Director of African American Studies, and it's my privilege to serve as moderator for the distinguished panelists that we have in front of us. We have one more person joining us. He's currently teaching and will be coming over, but the way we'll run this is I'll do very brief introductions of our panelists. They have agreed to focus their comments to about 4 minutes on any one of the questions that are printed in your brochure, which I'll read in a second, and then we'll open it for what I hope will be a robust conversation about the issues that our panelists have introduced. We have encouraged them to be as provocative as possible. So if that comes across, blame it on us, not on them.
Hey guys, what's up? We're back. We're back with some events. Okay, so what's going on this morning? So it is Monday morning. Happy Monday, everyone. Starting at 9:30 this morning over at Missoula Gymnastics, they have their family fun time. This is their open gym for ages walking to 12 years. And then over at REI at 10 a.m., they have Defying Gravity canned food drive. So Defying Gravity is a Missoula youth climbing club. And so they want to end hunger in Missoula by donating non-perishable food items to the Missoula Food Bank. Yeah, so you can drop off your cans at REI today. Over at Bitter Gymnastics, starting at 11, they have got their preschool playgroup. So this is their open gym for ages walking to 5 years with a bit of a younger crowd. So it's $8 to drop in, $12 for siblings, and they just set up different activities and stations around the gym, and then parents and children get to choose what they want to do. Over at Montgomery Distillery, they've got their Musk on Monday. This is where they redistribute the wealth. $1 from each cocktail sold goes to a nonprofit in the area. Okay, so over at the Dram Shop, they are hosting a holiday pop-up shop. And it's called Dig This Chick. This is the name of the clothing. And so what it is, they're selling geographical silhouettes to a variety of clothing and homewares for the love of place. Yeah, I don't know. Look it up. It's Dig This Chick. Yeah, so it starts at noon if you guys feel like that interests you, or else just look it up online to find out more of what they look like. The Bridge Group is at the Missoula Senior Center starting at 1 p.m. This is the Beginner's Brush Up Group. And then over at the Garden City Duplicate Bridge Club, they're having Duplicate Bridge. So I think that is just going to be pretty much like the bridge at the Senior Center. It's going to be Duplicate Bridge. Come on, you guys, that was hilarious. Shut up. I thought it was funny. I don't really care what anyone else thinks. Okay, so this one is an ACBL sanctioned club, 2825 Stockyard Road. Why did you think that was funny?
Oh, that was funny because it's like, I mean, I guess it was because it's like, what is this called? Abbreviations.
Yeah, I have no idea what it means.
Yeah, it's just like, it's just like, oh, I'm I'm
assumption.
ABC certified here at MCAT. It's like, ooh, that must be important.
Ooh, ABC certified, yes.
Everyone wants to be ABC certified. It's like, oh, I wouldn't be ABC certified. You can't be.
Come on,
only
now,
I can be ABC. It's just like a way for people to just basically say, it's like, I want to do that. It's like, well, you can't. It's like, watch me.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like a one-up thing. It's like, oh, we were running up everybody by saying we're ACLW bridge group.
Yeah.
Burn.
But they're the duplicate bridge group. They're not even like the original bridge group. Like the senior center is the OG bridge group, and then this is the duplicate bridge group.
Yeah, ACBL sanctioned.
So I guess that means it's just like
it's
super
like
safe.
super legit.
Yeah, super legit.
And you know, all your aging parents are perfectly safe in bridge group.
Yeah. So bring your parents down to bridge group today to protect them.
With ACBL
Sanctioned
bridge.
Okay, so over at the Missoula Public Library, starting at 3 is the electronics exploration. So you can go in there and find out all the cool platforms that they have to make projects or discover new things. It's from 3 to 6 in the makerspace at the public library. Taste Buds Kitchen has got their cooking science. They're making Irish soda bread. It's for ages 6 to 10. It starts at 4 and it's $20. Lolo Peak Brewing Company is having an ugly sweater party. Dress in your ugly sweater and go. Over at the Top Hat Lounge, they've got their live recorded shows with the Grateful Dead. So this starts at 5, and it's from 5 to 7. And they have 2 hours of Grateful Dead music from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Yeah, so check that out. Always seems pretty fun. Over at Plonk, they've got their service industry night. This is where you can ask them for an exclusive menu and you get special cool deals. But only if you work in the service industry. I mean, they don't even ask, I don't think. You just go in there, try it out. So, over at the public library, they've got computer fundamentals this evening at 6 p.m. Registration is required, so call 721-2665 to sign up. But you learn about the parts of the hardware, of the parts of the computer, including hardware, how to turn it on and off, managing your desktop, and how to open programs. So literally you don't have any experience. And if you have experience, it might be boring for you. So if you have no idea how to use a computer, go to this. Over at Lolo Peak Brewing Company, Larry Hirschberg is going to be playing in the tap room from 6 to 8. Oh, he'll be playing for all the ugly sweaters out there. Nice. All right, and then over at REI, they have got an Avalanche Awareness Part 2 class. Starts at 6:30. Registration is limited, so just give them a call. But they'll be learning about, it'll be a brief review, followed by a discussion of specific factors that lead to snow instability, suggested protocols for recreating an avalanche terrain, and human factors that lead to accidents and necessary equipment. Yeah, so pretty much everything that you want to know about dealing with avalanche safety and study.
Or just don't go.
Or just don't go.
Anywhere.
No.
Or just stay inside and just like hope that there's no avalanche doesn't come for you.
Yeah.
Knock on your door, it's like, hey, I'm an avalanche. Who's there? It's like, it's your friend, Jim. It's like, Jim, as in Jim Avalanche? It's like, no.
That'd be hilarious. That would be very funny.
It's like that land shark.
Yeah.
Candygram.
Mm-hmm. We should make that.
I'm an avalanche.
We have a green screen here at MCAT, and that's like the best thing ever, because we could literally do whatever we want.
I mean, like, I want it to snow enough where there's like a drift, like how we had that one year, like in front of the MCAT door.
Yep.
And then Josh, Minnie, and Maria had to like scoop out all the snow. I was like, thanks, Josh. And then it snowed the next day, and it was just as bad. And it was like, why bother?
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
That was like 2 years ago.
I know. Remember that blizzard?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
That was the first day of our show. That blizzard.
Yeah, we still did it.
We did.
Yeah.
Came in the snow. That's a crazy
But the
day.
avalanches, oof, those are pretty freaky. They just happen a lot of times.
They're really freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh,
The idea is like, it's like, you know, if you're like in the ocean and being carried away, you're not supposed to swim towards the show. You're supposed to swim sideways. Mm-hmm. You're like, you never swim against the current, with the current, kind of swim sideways of the current.
Yeah.
That's
Sideways.
basically how like that's your basic avalanche rule is like if the snow is starting to come over you, you have to like basically swivel sideways and just kind of kick and punch and kick your way out of the snow.
That sounds so
Otherwise,
scary.
you're just kind of like you're stuck. You're just like It's like one of those like foam molds. It's like you're in foam and you're like encased.
I don't ever want to experience that. That sounds terrifying. Okay, let's
But if
get
you
back
want to know safety tips, go to the REI thing tonight.
Yeah. They always have people on deck that'll tell you more about it too if you just want to go in there and ask. But over at the Doubletree Hotel tonight at 7, they've got a discussion. It's a distinguished speaker program, and it's U.S.-Cuba relations 1900 to 2015, the best of enemies. So that's pretty much what it's going to be. It's the U.S.-Cuba relations. Free for council members and students, $5 for non-members, open to the public. Call 728-3328 for more information. And then my last event for tonight, Monday, is Blues Monday at the Badlander. But now we're going to switch gears and go over to Asaph's segment.
Yeah, we're going to talk about a famous fictitious character called Cecilia Sisson. Let's start with this clip here. She is a famous movie star and something went wrong.
My name is Cecilia Sisson. Sisson. I starred in the first all-talking picture, Mississippi Melody. I had been on the silent screen for 7 years and had worked with Wallace Beery, Buster Keaton, C. Aubrey Smith, and many others.
So poor old Cecilia Sisson, she's explaining why she was once a famous movie star. She was famous until she opened her mouth, as you can see. Anyway, Cecilia Sisson, the creator of this character, is the one and only Carol Elaine Channing, known to the world as Carol Channing, who is still with us at the age of 95.
Ooh.
Carol Channing, she's an American actress, singer, dancer, comedian, and voice artist, as you can see. She won the Golden Globe Award and was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her performance as Muzie van Hoosmeer in The Thoroughly Modern Millie in 1967. Other appearances include The First Traveling Sales Lady and Skidoo in 1968. And on television, she made appearances as an entertainer on variety shows like The Ed Sullivan Show, Hollywood Squares with Peter Marshall, the game show. And also, this is pretty impressive, she was nominated for her first Tony Award in 1956 for The Vamp. Her second nomination came in 61 for Showgirl, and in 64 she originated the role of Dolly Gallagher in Hello, Dolly, winning the Tony Award for Best Actress in a Musical. And she received her fourth Tony nomination in a musical, Lorelei, in 74. She was also the image of Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. And finally, she was inducted into the American Theater Hall of Fame in 81, and she received a Lifetime Achievement Award in 95. And she still continues to perform here and there whenever she can, but she's already left her mark in the world with so many other characters and shows that I wouldn't have time to mention. So if you want your audience to look up Carol Channing, they can see some great performances by this lady.
So what's your favorite thing about
her?
Yeah.
I would say her singing. She had this distinctive singing style when she did Hello, Dolly. You'd have to look that up. Mm-hmm. It's like, Hello, Dolly. Kind of a female Louis Armstrong would be the way to describe it.
Oh, I see. So she kind of, like, she's a parody. She does a lot of parody stuff.
Yeah, but when she sang, it was almost like listening to Louis Armstrong, but just in a female way is the way to describe it. Especially with her song Diamonds Are
Did they
Girl's
ever
Best
do a
Friend.
duet together?
I don't know. That'd be an interesting thing to look up. But I know that they both did Hello, Dolly, so perhaps there was a scene that I'm not aware of.
Because I remember Louis Armstrong did sing Hello, Dolly.
And so did Carol Channing.
Yeah, so,
Huh.
I mean,
Maybe they sang it together.
Maybe
There's
they
just lost footage.
Yeah, who knows?
maybe
I
it's
don't
like
know.
somewhere in the Lawrence Welk show. Or, I don't
That would be kind of a cool thing to look up. But yeah, Carol Channing, she was just such a funny lady. And she did this Cecilia Sisson character a lot, like on Sullivan and Annie Williams and so on.
She's pretty funny, that poor woman. Poor Cecilia.
Yeah, poor Cecilia. She was such a famous movie star until she opened her mouth.
Yep. That happened, though, to a lot of silent stars. It really did, that they were great on silent film, and then that once the talkies started, they lost their job because they just weren't cut out for it and didn't know how to do it.
Yeah, so I suppose that's the same with Cecilia here, but Carol Channing, she was just a wonderful lady that, and in fact, speaking of Carol Channing, I saw her on the Love Boat just last night.
Nice.
That's how come I decided to do a story on her.
Yeah, nice. Well, thanks, Asaph.
Sure, no problem.
That was Musical Notes with Asaph Adonai. All right, so tomorrow, starting at 9:30 a.m., over at Missoula YMCA, they've got their family fun time. They have really fun activities for all the kids, and then they have really nice comfy chairs for the parents to hang out and chat and watch the kids be crazy. So it's more like the parents get to chill and the kids get to go nuts, and then the kids will take a nap, hopefully. I think that's the hope with this. Yeah. Tiny Tales is over at the public library. This is for babies ages birth through 3 years. And this is, they just sing songs and learn finger plays or nursery rhymes and hear stories. Mule-tastic Tuesdays is at the Montana Distillery at noon. $1 from each cocktail sold will be given to a different nonprofit organization in the area. Zacharsize is at the Zootown Arts Community Center. It starts at noon, and so this is just like an hour, and it's exercise. So you can wear whatever you need to wear in order to exercise, and it's not Ula, it's not Zumba, it's Zacharsize. So if you want more details, you can come and try it out tomorrow. Sounds fun. Over at CrossFit Missoula, they have a Move, Stretch, and Breathe class. It's at $10, or you could do 10 classes for $90. And this class is specific stretches and movements that will help benefit you the most. Over at the ZAC, they're having Mad Scientist Art. You can get a paintbrush and get ready to travel through the time with the history's most influential artists. This is for the Young Artist After School program. So they'll create artistic masterpieces that explore the most important scientific discoveries of our world. That sounds great. Yeah. So they explore archaeology, oceanography, cartography, space science, and more, all through artistic mediums. Cool. That sounds fun. So that's at 3. Drop your kid off. At 4 p.m. over out in Frenchtown, they've got their Lego Club from 4 to 6 in their Frenchtown branch library. Yoga Warriors is at the Learning Center at Red Willow. This is a specific yoga program designed for veterans. Oh, at the Wilma Theater tomorrow night, we've got Mark Moss and Tell Us Something. So their Illumination and Revelation, it starts at 6. 8 to 10 storytellers will share their true story based on that theme.
And you can watch that interview
on MCAT.
on MCAT.
Yeah, you can.
Yep.
Yeah. You can watch. Yeah, he was here last week.
Yep.
Sorry, it's Monday. Space Cadet. But yeah, so you can check us out. Check out that interview on our wakeupmissoula.wix.com/Wake Up Missoula. You can go to our videos page.
Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah.
We posted it. Yeah,
And I'm
it's
sure
all there.
He reposted it too. So if you know Mark, you can check out his Facebook and it's on there. Yeah, it was a pretty good interview. Yeah. So also over the Top Hat Lounge at 6 is the Picking Circle. This is for bluegrass-oriented musicians to go down to the raised seating booth in front of the sound area and jam out. Roxy Theater, they're having a Jane Eyre The Net Live.
That was Jane Eyre.
Jane Eyre. It's Jane Eyre, everyone. I always said Jane Eyre. E-Y-R-E. Jane Eyre.
Isn't she Pride and Prejudice?
I think so.
Jane Eyre.
Okay, we both said it wrong. Good. Jane Eyre. So the Net Live, it says NT Live. I don't know. Roxy Theater, 6 p.m. Yeah. And then we have traditional Irish music with the Crashers and Friends at Imagination Brewing Company. And then candle making is over at the Zootown Arts Community Center at 6. They've got a bunch of fun events going on tomorrow, so check that out if you guys want to make some candles. The Good Food Store has got a cooking class called A Charleston Christmas. Starts at 6:30. It's $35. Redbird chef Matt Paris is a South Carolina native, and he is going to be sharing his recipes from his favorite food at the holidays. So they're making baked cheese straws, crab and sausage stew, spinach salad with pecan vinaigrette, and then they're also making game hen stuffed with dirty rice and key lime pie. Oh, dirty rice. Fun. Over at Taste Buds Kitchen, they've got a steakhouse cooking class. It's for adults, BYOB. And they're going to be making steaks. Yeah, as well as traditional blue cheese wedges, salad, and truffle mashed potatoes. $40 per person. Over at the Lewis and Clark Village, they're having a University District Leadership Team meeting that starts at 6:30. Agenda items are to include neighborhood ambassadors update, planning for 2016, and public comment on non-agenda items. System check is over at the public library at 6:30. This is for the official gamers club for ages 19 and under. And so they've got all video games and tabletop games and card games and all the games you could ever want. But no gambling, everyone. Unless you're 18, maybe you can. Over the Senior Center, they've got their African dance class starting at 7. This is with Tar and Reem and live musicians. It's every week, $10 per class or $35 for 4 weeks. Over at the public library, they've got their second Tuesday of the month public library book group. They will be reading and discussing Luminaries by Eleanor Catton, 7 p.m. in the boardroom. Trailhead has got their Rocky Mountaineers meeting. Brian Martins will be giving their annual avalanche awareness presentation, free and open to the public. Great. So if you missed the REIs tonight, go to the Trailhead tomorrow night to learn more about avalanche awareness and safety.
Yep.
Awesome.
Watch out for Jim Avalanche.
Yeah. Jim Avalanche may knock on your door. Watch out for him.
Yeah. You gotta watch out for Big Avalanche. Taking all the jobs from the good people.
They took your job.
Taking our jobs, Big Avalanche.
Get those avalanche out of here. All right, well, you can hide from Jim Avalanche at the Badlander for the Missoula Music Showcase because he doesn't like the Badlander. So it starts at 9, no cover, features local singers and songwriters from around Missoula. Yeah, so that's what's going on in your community. Check out MissoulaEvents.net, the University of Montana website, the Independent, and the newspaper. Yes.
But you should check us out before you check out any of that by logging on to wakeupmissoula.wix.com/wakeupmissoula. Find us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter.
Like Missoula Community Access Television on Twitter, as well as on Facebook. And to find out more information about MCAT, go to mcat.org.
Well, I just want to say thank you all for joining me, Noelle, Asaph.
Yes,
we had a
Scott.
nice and short and sweet show. We'll have a lot more this Wednesday. I hope to have Hallmark or Bullmark and more Flagship Fridays.
Yes, maybe some city council.
And of course,
like
this 23rd of this month will be our 400th episode Christmas special.
Yeah.
We'll have to figure out when we're going to pre-tape that one. So I have to talk to you about that.
I know we need to discuss things, Scott.
We might have to do like on a Saturday right after the kids leave and just like let's just do it here.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
All right, anyways, for Wake Up Missoula, I'm Scott Ram.
I'm Noelle McFoy. Here's Asaph Adonai.